Hello everyone. Today we have to see the topic semiconductor. First we have seen the what is meant by semiconductor, conductor and insulator. First introduction. What are the p-type and n-type semiconductor? What are the diodes? Next forward bias, reverse bias and characteristics of ideal diode and its Shockley equation. And next IV characteristics of diode. All these points are overview in this chapter. First one is semiconductor. What is meant by semiconductor? The branch of engineering which deals with the current and non-conduction through the vacuum or gas or semiconductor is known as electronics. Semiconductor is the branch of electronics which deals with the study of vacuum gas or semiconductor is also known as electronics. Electronics essentially deals with the electronic device and their utilization. Electronics means the electronic device and their utilization. An electronic device is the which current flow through the vacuum or gas or semiconductor. Those electronic devices, there are current flows from vacuum, gas and semiconductor. Then the main principle of the electronics, the last orbit cannot be have more than 8 electrons, but one orbit cannot be have more than 18 electrons. This is the main principle of the atoms or molecules in electrons in outermost shell. The last orbit cannot be have more than 8 electrons, and then more than 8 electrons means there are octet are complete. The last but one orbit cannot be have more than 18 electrons. Then the structure of element, atoms are made by the protons, neutrons and electrons. The difference between various types of element is due to the different number and arrangement. There is the difference between elements. Then there are different number and arrangement. Then the different elements. One atom is considered as the structure of copper atom different from the carbon atom, and hence the two electrons have different properties. Hence two atoms are considered a carbon and copper. Then the atomic structure can be easily but up according to atomic weight of and atomic number of element taking place in copper atom. Thus, atomic weight of copper is 64 and atomic number is 29. Therefore, number of proton and number of electron are copper in 29 and number of electrons is 64 minus 29 is 35. It has 29 electrons which are arranged in different orbits like this. First orbit is considered as 2 atoms, second 6, outermost 18, and last orbit is only 1 electrons are present in outermost orbit. That's why an electron is a negatively charged particle having negligible mass. Some the important properties of electrons. Then the electrons is negatively charged particle having negligible mass. Some of the important properties of the electrons are: first property is charge on an electron is 1.602 into 10 to minus coulomb. Then the mass of the electron is 9.0 into 10 to minus 31 kilogram. Then the radius of the electron is 1.6 into 10 to minus 15 meter. Then the ratio of E by M. E by M means electron and mass ratio. Then the electron is 1.77 into 10 to 11 coulombs per kilogram. This means the mass of electron is very small and compared to its charge. Then the total energy of electron is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. The energy of electron increases at its distance from the nucleus increases. Then the electron's distance increases, then the energy will be increases. Then the next one is the energy level. What is meant by this is a nucleus, this is the first cell, second cell. Then the energy of the last cell is low as compared to the energy of the first cell, second cell, third cell. That is the energy level diagram of the atom. Then the valence electron. What is meant by valence electron? The electrons in outermost orbit of atom is known as valence electron. म्हणजे जे काय outermost orbit मध्ये जे काही इलेक्ट्रॉन्स असतात त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं जनरली valence electron. The outermost orbit have a maximum 8 electrons and the maximum number of valence electron can be 8. The outermost orbit have number of electrons is 8. Then the maximum valence electron can be 8. The valence electrons determine the physical and chemical properties of a material. This valence electron also determine the physical and chemical properties of the material. Then the valence electron. 7 valence electron, then the material should be semiconductor, conductor, or insulator. Then the less than 4 electron in outermost cell, then less than 4 electron, then the atom should be valence electron, atom should be conductor or non-conductor or bad conductor. That's why types of the outermost electrons, म्हणजे जे काही लास्ट ऑर्बिट मध्ये किती इलेक्ट्रॉन आहेत त्याच्यावरून त्याचे फिजिकल आणि केमिकल प्रॉपर्टी सुद्धा आपण काय करू शकतो, एक्सप्लेन करू शकतो. These electron also determine the electrical properties of the material. म्हणजे त्याच्यावरून आपण काय सांगू शकतो, इलेक्ट्रॉनच्या इलेक्ट्रिकल प्रॉपर्टी. Those electron on the basis of electrical conductivity, material has generally classified into conductor, insulator, and semiconductor. The number of valence electron means outermost orbit. Valence electrons means outermost orbit is less than 4, and that is half of the maximum 8 electrons. The material is usually a metal and conductor. Means those atoms have less than outermost orbit, less than 4 electrons. Then the atom should be metal and conductor. Example: sodium, magnesium, aluminum, which is have valence electron respectively 1, 2, 3. त्यांची valence electron किती असणार आहे? 1, 2, 3. मी काय सांगितलं कंडिशन, half of the maximum 8 electrons. म्हणजे 8 च्या half म्हणजे 4. लेस दॅन 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन जर आउटरमोस्ट सेल मध्ये असतील तर त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं, मेटल किंवा कंडक्टर. तर जे ॲटम्स आहेत त्या ॲटमला काय म्हटलं जातं, मेटल किंवा कंडक्टर. Next example, sodium and magnesium. The outermost orbit of the sodium is 1 electron and magnesium is 2 electron. That is why they both are metal. Then the band theory of the solid. Then the number of isolated atom and number of energy level. म्हणजे first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, and fifth orbit. म्हणजे this is a energy level diagram of the atom. That is the nucleus of the containing positively charged proton in center atom and orbital इलेक्ट्रॉन निगेटिव्हली चार्ज पार्टिकल. म्हणजे जे काही इलेक्ट्रॉन्स असतात ते ऑर्बिटच्या ॲटमच्या ऑर्बिटमध्ये असतात आणि पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज जो काही प्रोटॉन असतो तो कुठे असतो, सेंटरला. दॅट इज अ व्हॅलन्स बँड, कंडक्शन बँड अँड फॉरबिडन बँड. दॅट इज अ मेन कन्सेप्ट ऑफ द सेमीकंडक्टर. The first band is valence band, conduction band, and forbidden band. That is a isolated atom number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the energy level diagram. This energy level diagram is considered as a valence band. That is the outermost orbit. Number 3, number 4, number 4, number 5. This is a valence electron. Last orbit is a 5 number energy. That's a outermost orbit. That is a valence electron. That's electrons is valence electron. Then the number of energy level are considered. Then the band will be formed. And number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the outermost orbit. And outermost orbit means that is a p orbit. Then the px, py, and pz. There are 3 orbit, 3 subcell. Then 3 subcell are also called as valence band. Because band, what is meant by band? Band means there are 3 numbers of the energy. Number 1, 3, 4, 5. That is called a band. That is a, and this is outermost orbit is also valence electron, and these 3 lines are combined, then the band will be formed. That is a valence band. And valence band is electron is jumped from the conduction band, then the same conductor will be formed. And 3 types of bands, and that is a valence band, conduction band, and difference between these 2 bands, forbidden band and conduction band and valence band, are called as forbidden band gap. Are called as forbidden band gap. That is a energy gap. First we have seen the what is meant by valence band, electronic property of the what is meant by valence band, conduction band. The last completely filled at least at T is equal to 0 Kelvin band is called a valence band. Those band is called a valence band. The next band with higher energy in the conduction band. The conduction band can be empty or partially filled. Means the conduction band is empty or partially filled, but valence band is filled or partially filled, not is empty. The energy difference between bottom of the CB means conduction band, and top of the VB, that is a valence band, that is called as band gap. जे valence band and conduction band मधला दोन्ही difference जो काही गॅप असतो एनर्जी गॅप, तर त्या गॅपला बँड गॅप किंवा फॉरबिडन बँड गॅप म्हटलं जातं. मग आता व्हॉट इज मीन बाय व्हॅलन्स बँड? The first we have electrons in the outermost orbit of atom are known as valence electron. For normal atom, the valence electron have highest energy. For normal atom, like for inert gases mean that there are outermost orbit are completely filled. Valence band is completely filled. For other element, it may be completely filled or partially filled with the electrons. The range of the energy possessed by the valence electron is known as valence band. Valence band means outermost orbit of the electrons, that is a valence electrons, that is a for inert gas, valence band is completely filled. For inert gas atoms, there are outermost orbit are completely filled, then the valence band will be completely filled. But valence band is property, most important property, valence band is partially filled or completely filled. The range is possessed by valence electron is known as valence band. Next one is conduction band. In terms of the conduction band of the solid, metals are unique as a good conductor of the electricity. This can be the result there being essentially free. In the band theory of the depicted is a overlap the valence band and conduction band, so that least friction of the valence electrons can move through the material. Then the valence band and conduction band, there are no band gap. There are no band gap. That is a conductor energy band. म्हणजे मीन्स व्हॅलन्स बँड मध्ये जे काही इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आहेत ते इझिली जम्प होतात कुठं, कंडक्शन बँड मध्ये. दॅट इज अ कंडक्शन बँड. For the metals, the valence electron are loosely attached to the nucleus, so they can be detached and become free electrons. These free electrons are responsible for carrying the conductor. These free electrons, valence band is the outermost electrons 1. That is a free electron. Those free electrons are easily easily attached to the nucleus because the outermost orbit, तो जो लास्ट ऑर्बिट मध्ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स असणार आहे तो न्यूक्लियसचे लूजली अटॅच्ड असते. म्हणजे त्याचा डिस्टन्स जास्त असल्यामुळे तो जो असतो तो लूजली त्याला अटॅच्ड असल्यामुळे तो काय होतो, व्हॅलन्स बँड मधून इझिली कंडक्शन बँड मध्ये मूव्ह होतो. आणि दिस फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द करंट कॅरिंग इन द कंडक्टर. तो जो व्हॅलन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन आहे तर तो व्हॅलन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहे कशासाठी, करंट फ्लो करण्यासाठी. म्हणजे जोपर्यंत करंट फ्लो होत नाही तोपर्यंत त्यातून इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव्ह होत नाही. इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव्ह होत नाही तोपर्यंत बॉडीतून कंडक्टर त्या बॉडीला आपण म्हणू शकणार नाही. Those conduction band, it may be either empty or partially filled. Those conduction band is first empty, no any electron, and then the electron will be jump from valence band to conduction band. Then the band will be partially filled. That is a conduction band. Now, last one band is forbidden energy gap. There is energy gap Eg. That is a difference between valence band band gap between valence band and conduction band. Between valence band and conduction band, an electron can lifted from valence to conduction band, adding energy Eg. Eg means the forbidden energy gap. If we add energy less than Eg, material will be not accept. Then the more energy, forbidden energy gap is more, then the valence band electrons will not conducted in conduction band or not jumping in conduction band because no permission energy level exists between valence band and conduction band. Therefore, gap between valence band and conduction band is called the forbidden gap. For insulator, this forbidden gap is very large, and semiconductor it is a very small. For conductor, there is no forbidden gap. The valence band and conduction band overlap to each other. That is why this band are because of this band there are three types of the conductor. That is a insulator, semiconductor, and conductor. Insulator there is a large band gap. Semiconductor there is a small band gap, and conductor there is a no band gap. That is a overlap to each other. Overlap to each other is called the forbidden valence band, conduction band, and forbidden band gap. Next one is band theory of the solid. In useful way to utilize the difference between conductor, insulator, and semiconductor. In what is meant by conductor, semiconductor, and insulator? Then simply, conductor means easily conduct the electric current. Easily current to conductor electric current. When semiconductor means conductor like electric current less than conductor and greater than insulator. And insulator means does not conduct any current. Next one has only one valence electron in the outermost orbit. Semiconductor has four valence electron in its outermost orbit, and insulator has 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. Conductor formed using metallic bond, semiconductor formed in covalent bond, insulator formed by ionic bond. Valence conductor means valence and conduction bands are overlap to each other. Semiconductor band gap is 1 electron, 1.1 electron volt maximum band gap. And insulator, there is band gap is very large to 6 to 10 electron volt. Then conductor resistance is very small. In semiconductor resistance is high. In insulator resistance is very high. It has positive temperature coefficient. Semiconductor has negative temperature coefficient and insulator has negative temperature coefficient. For copper, conductors example like copper and aluminum, semiconductors silicon and germanium, and insulators mica and paper. This is the important of insulator, semiconductor, and conductor. Insulator is band gap is very large. Semiconductor is band gap is small, and conductor in no band gap. There is an example of the insulator, conductor, and semiconductor. That is what is meant by the concept of understand carbon is used from some typical electrical resistor. Notice that the carbon atom has 4 electrons in the valence shell and 2 electrons in inner shell. The nucleus consists of 6 protons and 6 neutrons, so that is 6 indicates the positive charge and 6 protons. The core has net charge 4 and 6 for the nucleus of the 2 inner shell of the electrons. That is a insulator. What is meant by insulator? An insulator, a material that does not conduct the electrical current under a normal condition. Most good insulator for compounds rather than single elements materials have very high resistivity and valence electrons are tightly bound to the atoms. Therefore, there are very few free electrons in the insulator. For example, insulator are rubber, plastic, glass, mica, and quartz. These are the insulator. And conductor means the conductor is a material that easily conduct the electric current. Most metals are good conductor. The best conductor are single elements materials such as copper, silver, gold, aluminum, which are characterized by atoms with only one valence electron are loosely bound to the atom. These loosely bound electrons becomes free electrons. There is a outermost electrons. Therefore, in the conductive material, the free electrons are called a valence electron. And semiconductor means a semiconductor is a material that between conductor and insulator. But so what is semi? Semi means fully conductor, not a conductor or not a insulator. That is a two middle level, fully pure in conductor and not pure in semiconductor. That is why semiconductor, fully semiconductor, not semiconductor, and fully insulator. पूर्ण ते कंडक्टर नसणार आणि पूर्ण इन्सुलेटर नसणार त्याला आपण काय म्हणतोय सेमीकंडक्टर. The semiconductor in pure state neither a good conductor or nor good insulator. Single element conducts are antimony, arsenic, Einstein, boron, polonium, tellurium, silicon, germanium. Compounds semiconductors such as gallium arsenide, Vanadium phosphate, gallium nitride, silicon carbide, and silicon germanium are also commonly used. These materials are not single. They are formed by the other atoms like vanadium phosphate, gallium nitride, silicon carbide, and silicon germanium are also commonly used. These single elements semiconductors characterized by atoms with 4 valence electrons. Silicon is the most commonly used in semiconductor. Most important application and most important use for the silicon in the semiconductor. Semiconductor outermost electrons, there are 1 electron in outermost, and silicon and copper means there are silicon means outermost 4 valence electron and copper is outermost 1 electron. That means the silicon is a semiconductor and copper is a conductor. Silicon is a conductor, semiconductor, and copper is a conductor. Silicon have 4 valence electron and copper means one silicon atom want more energy become free. This copper, since copper atoms has more energy than the silicon because it is far from nucleus than the silicon, easy to become free to copper atom by the acquiring additional energy even at room temperature. They become a free. Covalent bond, that is a in semiconductor there are last we have difference between conductor, semiconductor and insulator. There explain the covalent bond. What is mean by covalent bond? The silicon atom is a outer four valence electron sharing electron with each its a four neighbor. That is a central silicon atom and it's sharing their four valence electron. It's a sharing neighbor four valence electron. That is a formed by the covalent bond. Covalent bond means not electrons are not loosed and not a gain. That is a sharing electrons. Outermost orbit has a sharing electrons in the semiconductor. Then the bond will be formed, that is a covalent bond. This effectively creates 8 shared valence electrons. Each atoms have produced the state of the chemical stability. And these each atoms or each electrons are the stable, then they share their electron. This sharing of valence electron produces the covalent bond that hold the atoms together. Each valence electron is attached equally by two adjacent atoms which share it. That is a insulatory energy band gap. Most solid substances are in the terms of the semiconductor. Then the main type of the semiconductor materials such as one whose electrical property lies between insulator and good conductor. Example of germanium and silicon. In terms of the energy band, semiconductor has defined as those materials which have almost an empty in conduction band and almost filled in valence band with very narrow energy gap. This is a in an example in MCQ. There are in semiconductor dash energy gap. That is a narrow energy gap or one electron hole in the order of the one electron hole separating of the two bands. That is a conduction band and valence band. Those materials or those atoms are called a semiconductor. There are semiconductor has two types. First type is intrinsic semiconductor, that is called a pure semiconductor, and second type is extrinsic semiconductor, that is impure semiconductor. Then impure semiconductor, there are two types, that is a N type semiconductor and P type semiconductor. Now what is meant by N type and P type? We will explain the next one. The first type is intrinsic semiconductor. What is meant by intrinsic semiconductor? Intrinsic semiconductor consists of a pure semiconductor, not in any impurity will be added in this semiconductor. That's why an intrinsic semiconductor is one which is made of the semiconductor material in its extremely pure form. Example such as semiconductor are pure germanium and silicon, which is have forbidden energy gap of 0.72 electron volt and 1.1 electron volt respectively. Then the germanium's energy gap just 0.72 electron volt and silicon's 1.1 electron volt. This energy gap is so small, and even at ordinary room temperature. This is the band gap in ordinary room temperature. There are many electrons which possess the sufficient energy to jump across the small energy gap between valence band and conduction band. Those band gap is valence band and conduction band. Alternatively, an intrinsic semiconductor may be defined as one which the number of conduction electron is equal to the number of holes. Systematic energy band gap of intrinsic semiconductor at room temperature is shown here. That is a valence band, that is a conduction band, and the central level is Fermi level. That is a Fermi level is the term of the used to describe the top of the collection of electron from absolute zero temperature. The highest energy level which is an electron can occupy the valence band at 0 degree Kelvin is called a Fermi energy. That is an intrinsic semiconductor. That is an extrinsic semiconductor means those intrinsic semiconductor to which suitable impurity or doping agent has been added in extremely small amount, about 1 part in 10 raised to 8 part, are called the extrinsic or impurity semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor means impurity will be doped in this pure semiconductor, depending on the type of the doping material. Which types of material are doped? There are two types. Extrinsic semiconductor can be subdivided into two classes. First one is N-type semiconductor and second one is P-type semiconductor. Then N-type semiconductor, which types of impurity are added, and P-types of semiconductor, which types of impurity are is added in P-type semiconductors. First type, N-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor, what's mean by N-type doping in produces an abundance of the electron in the semiconductor. In silicon atom has 4 valence electron in outermost electrons, which each electron is covalently bonded with one of the 4 adjacent silicon. That is why this example in the pure form, the atoms have 5 valence electrons. Pentavalent atoms are doped into the pure semiconductor. Then the phosphorus will be doped in the silicon or germanium. Then the 4 phosphorus electrons are shared with 4 valence electron and 1 electron will be remaining. That is a free electron. 1 electron will be remaining, and those free electron are the responsible for the produce the current. These free electrons are the responsible for the current flow. Then each pentavalent atoms will have 4 covalent bond and 1 extra electron. This 1 extra electron in the N-type semiconductor. That is why called a in small amount of pentavalent donor atoms. That is called a N-type semiconductor is also called as donor atoms, donor semiconductor. That is a phosphorus, arsenic is added a silicon atom in the lattice may be replaced by donor atom with the 4 its valence electron forming the covalent bond, and 1 is extra free electron. That is a N-type semiconductor whose conductivity is such as improved. Those N-type semiconductor has conductivity is improved compared to the intrinsic semiconductor due to extra free electrons in the lattice, which are called a predominant or majority current carriers. There also exist some tiny numbers of the holes called a minority charge carrier. In N-type semiconductor, there is a majority charge carrier are electron and minority charge carrier are holes. Minority means in 3 electrons are produced, then the extra electrons, that is the majority, just charge आहे majority. म्हणजे N type semiconductor मध्ये majority charge carrier कोणतं असतं, इलेक्ट्रॉन असतं आणि मायनॉरिटी चार्ज carrier म्हणजे त्याला गरज कोणाची असते तर होलची गरज असते, जेणेकरून तो जो बॉन्ड आहे तो बॉन्ड कंप्लीट होईल आणि ते इलेक्ट्रॉन जे आहेत तो इलेक्ट्रॉन स्टेबल होईल. In p-type semiconductor, there are now sufficient number of electrons is completely the covalent bonds. The new lattice, the new resulting vacancy is called the hole. That is a silicon has a outermost orbit has 4 electrons, but p-type semiconductor there is trivalent impurity will be added. For example, boron is added. Then the boron outermost orbit has 3 electrons. बोरॉनच्या आउटरमोस्ट ऑर्बिट मध्ये 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स असतात. ते जे 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आहेत तर 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स काय करतात, सिलिकॉनच्या 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन बरोबर शेअर करतात आणि त्यामध्ये कोव्हॅलेंट बॉन्ड तयार होतो. म्हणजे एका ठिकाणी काय वायर तयार होते. म्हणजे वायर म्हणजे त्या ठिकाणी फॅकन्सी ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन, म्हणजे या ठिकाणी फॅकन्सी आहे आणि हा फॅकन्सी मुळे काय होतो, हा इलेक्ट्रॉन इकडे जंप घेतो त्यावेळेस इथं फॅकन्सी तयार होते. म्हणजे नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन जे आहेत तर ते इलेक्ट्रॉन काय करतात, मूव्ह होतात. आणि देन द फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव्ह झालं, इलेक्ट्रॉन मूव्ह झाले म्हणजे त्यातून काय होणार आहे, करंट फ्लो होणार. म्हणजे सिन्स फॅकन्सी कॅन बी एक्सेप्ट द free electron, again the structure of this electrically neutral. That is why when small amount of trivalent acceptor atoms, that is a boron, aluminum is added, the silicon atom in the lattice may be replaced by acceptor atom with only 3 valence electron forming 3 covalent bonds and a hole in the lattice. This is a p-type semiconductor whose conductivity is also much improved compared to the intrinsic semiconductor. In intrinsic semiconductor, due to the holes in the which are called predominant or majority current carriers. In p-type semiconductor, there are electrons are holes are majority charge carrier and electrons are minority charge carrier. In the MCQ, that's question will be said told as a In p-type semiconductor, dash dash is a majority charge carrier and dash dash is a minority charge carrier. P-type in holes are majority charge carrier and electrons are minority charge carrier. This is the most important part of the n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor. That is a this is a semiconductor, pure semiconductor. This is a n-type semiconductor and this is a p-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor there is a free of electron and p-type semiconductor there is a vacancy of hole. This is called as pure semiconductor, that is a intrinsic semiconductor, and impure semiconductor, that is a extrinsic semiconductor. There are two types, n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor. That is a like this a structure of this semiconductor. What is the difference between n-type semiconductor and p-type semiconductor in short? Doped with pentavalent atoms, electrons are majority charge carrier and holes are minority charge carrier. Most important sentence in the n-type semiconductor. And doped with the trivalent atoms, holes are majority charge carrier and electrons are minority charge carrier. It gives out of electrons, hence n-type semiconductor has donor atom and p-type semiconductor has a acceptor atom said to be, that is accept the electrons. In n-type semiconductor, there is an example of bismuth, antimony, arsenic, phosphorus are the elements are used for the doping. And p-type semiconductor, that is aluminum, gallium, vanadium, boron are the elements used for the doping in p-type semiconductor. That is a p-n junction. What is meant by p and n junction? There is a example of the diode of the p-n junction. Next part will be the diode. And what is meant by diode? What is the p-n junction diode? The construction is a two-terminal device consists of p and n junction formed either in germanium or silicon. This p-n junction diode is formed by the either germanium or silicon because of these two materials are in semiconductor. Germanium also semiconductor, silicon also semiconductor. Then the formula will be that is a germanium diode or silicon diode. The circuit symbol is shown in figure. This is a circuit symbol. The P and N regions are referred as a anode and cathode respectively. In figure B, arrowhead indicates the conventional direction of the current. This arrowhead means the current will be flow in this direction. It is the same direction which a whole flow takes place. Working PN junction diode. A PN junction diode is a one way which offering low resistance when forward bias line behaving almost as an insulator. When the reverse bias, hence such diodes are mostly used in the rectifier for converting alternating current into डायरेक्ट करंट. म्हणजे पीएन जंक्शन डायोडचा जो काही यूज आहे तो पीएन जंक्शन डायोडचा यूज अल्टरनेटिंग करंट मधून एसी करंट टू डीसी करंट कन्वर्ट करण्यासाठी काय केला जातो, यूज केला जातो. The PN junction diode is most important used as a rectifier. Rectifier means converting alternating current into direct current. This is the most important use of the PN junction diode. Then what is meant by PN junction diode? PN junction is a boundary interface between two types of semiconductor material, that is a p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor. Inside the single crystal of the semiconductor, it is created by the doping, is called as a PN junction diode. Like this example, PN junction diode symbol is arrowhead means the flow of current. Symbol of the electronic symbol, the triangle shows the indicating the direction of the current. That is a p-type and n-type semiconductor. Depletion layer form the insulator between two sides, that is a p-type and N type, there the depletion layer will be formed. There's the diagram of the P type and N type semiconductor. Then the P type is doped region, N type is doped region. That is a positive and negative terminal will be connected in the battery. What is meant by P and N type semiconductor taken the separately Ferris limited use. It joins the pieces of P type material to pieces of N type material such that crystal structure remains continuously at the boundary. That is a PN junction will be formed. A PN junction cannot be produced by simply pushing two pieces together for welding because it gives the discontinuity across the crystal structure. When PN junction cannot be welded or because of the P and N type are takes place and they use the welder, then use the discontinuity, then the across the crystal structure. Special fabrication technique are adopted from the PN junction diode. In PN junction diode will be formed in the fabrication technique will be used are in doped adapted to the PN junction to form the PN junction diode. Once the PN junction diode N it's a right and P is left majority carrier, N region electrons are majority charge carrier and P types are holes are majority charge carrier. One junction is crossed, a number of electrons and holes will be recombined. For each hole in the P junction that combines with an electrons from N section, that is a covalent bond breaks takes place and electrons is liberated which enters the positive terminal. This creating the electron hole pair, that is current is N region is carried out electrons and current is P region is carried out in holes. That is a formation of depletion layer, no external connection. Then the formula depletion region. What is meant by depletion region? The excess of electron in the N region across the junction and combined with the excess of holes in the P region, they form the depletion region. Excess of electron in N side and excess of holes in P side, then they form the junction. They towards the junction, then N region loses its electron, becomes positively charged, and P region accept the electrons become negatively charged. At one point, the majority action will be stopped. Then the majority action will be stopped. Then the depletion layer will be formed. Like this depletion layer. Then the P type excess of hole are formed in the junction and N type excess of electron are formed in the junction. Then depletion layer will be formed. Depletion layer will be formed. And additional electron from N region are repelled and the net negative charge and P region. Similarly, an addition hole from the P region are repelled because like charges are repulsion, then the repel with each other and net positive charge of the N region. No result. A creation thin layer of each side, the junction which is depleted, a mobile charge carriers. This is known as depletion region, depletion layer. Thickness of order of 10 raised to -6 meter. This is a formation of depletion region. Then the N type semiconductor, there are excess of electrons are transferred to the junction and it holds P type. Then the excess of electrons are moved to the this junction. Then the formation of the mobile. There's one types of mobile, that is a positive charge and negative charge. It is a PN junction diode, and this central junction is also called as depletion region. This is a depletion region. In PN junction diode, then the depletion region is formed. Then the depletion region is formed in the center of the junction. Then the N type semiconductor and P type semiconductor are joined to each other, and then the junction will be formed. In this junction is called a depletion region. Forward bias PN junction. There is a types of PN junction diode. The first type is forward bias PN junction diode. Then the major charge carrier move to the cross junction, decreasing the width of the depletion region. Forward bias junction. First type the IV characteristics of PN junction diode is a forward bias PN junction diode. It is a external voltage is connected to the PN junction diode. The negative and positive terminal are negative if positive ion battery is connected to the P side and negative terminal battery is connected to the N side. Then the diode is said to be forward bias. Holes in the P region get repelled by the positive terminal because of the like charges are repulsion to each other and unlike charges are attraction to each other. The forward bias diode allows the easy current flow through the diode and diode acts like a conductor. The barrier potential Pg opposes the external power supply. In order to flow up current through the diode, an external voltage supplied must be greater than Ph8. That is a Pg. Sorry, P not is a Ph8. Pg means the barrier potential. It is a 0.7 for silicon and 0.3 volt for germanium. Because of the pushing charge carrier towards the junction in the forward bias diode, with the width of the depletion layer will be decreases like this. Then the in this diagram, in the forward bias PN junction diode, the both are in like charges are repelled to each other. Then the this junction is in decreases in the forward bias PN junction diode. When external voltage is increased from 0 onwards, initially forward voltage is increased and values of the current and recorded the graph is plotted. When we external power supply is increases, then the forward voltage will be increases and the current are recorded and graph will be plot. When the external voltage is less than 0.6 volt, very little diode current flow through the current in the circuit. However, the diode current increases sharply beyond the 0.6 volt of external forward biased voltage. It is observed that forward voltage P drop is nearly the same as the IF increases. When the barrier potential of the silicon diode is 0.7 and germanium diode is 0.3 volt. This minimum voltage required to conduct in the silicon diode for 0.7 volt and germanium diode is 0.3 volt. The minimum voltage required to separate the diode is called a Kinney voltage or cut-in voltage. That is a germanium silicon diode is 0.7 volt and germanium diode is 0.3 volt. This barrier potential is also known as Kinney voltage or cut-in voltage. Positive and negative ions accumulate the opposite side of the junction, which create the electric field across the junction. This opposes the crossing the electrons and holes, which is called as barrier potential. Graph the like this. Then the external power supply is increases the in 0.7 for silicon diode. Then the current will be maximum like this. That is a when the 0.7 volt is voltage is called a cut-in voltage or Kinney voltage. That is A to B, B to C. Like this, current will be increased. Then the character voltage will be increased. Then the forward bias curve. Next type is reverse bias curve. What is mean by reverse bias? External voltage source is connected across the junction diode. If the terminal of the positive negative terminal of the battery is connected to the terminal of the battery positive terminal and the positive terminal of battery is connected to the N side, then the diode is said to be connected reverse bias. Then P type is connected to the negative terminal and N type is connected to the positive terminal. Then the battery will be diode should be in reverse bias. Holes in the P region get attracted by negative of the battery and electrons in the N region get attracted by the positive of the battery, because of which charge carrier go away from the junction. Then the charge carrier, majority charge carrier or minority charge carrier go away from the junction because of the like charges then repel to each other. This effect, such as connection to charge carrier in both regions, get pulled away from the junction. Because of this pulling away charge carrier from the junction, the width of the depletion layer increases the barrier potential Pb assist in the external battery. The reverse bias repel the majority charge carrier away from the junction. They cannot be cross the junction and majority current carrier does not be flow through the circuit. That's why like this, then the majority charge carrier are repelled to each other and the depletion region will be increases. Width of the depletion region is will be increases like this. Then the most important part, then the leakage current will be formed in the reverse bias PN junction diode. What is meant by leakage current? The diode does not conduct the majority current carrier, but majority charge carrier are present there. When very small amount of current will be flow. Then the very small amount of current will be 5 flow because of the reverse bias diode is leakage current. This leakage current will be flow from the minority charge carrier. This leakage current will be flow because minority charge carrier in this region. Minority carrier, the depletion layer cross the junction. This minority charge carrier are junction will be crossed, and this flow of minority carrier is because of the thermal energy. This is the thermal energy, and this is called as leakage current. The minority carrier means holes in the N side and electrons in the P side. Any increases the temperature, the diode increases the leakage current. Like this, the current which is flow breakdown voltage PVR is because of the thermally produced minority current carriers. That is a this is a forward bias and this is a reverse bias. This graph will be this is a forward bias and this will be reverse bias. As the reverse bias voltage is increased at critical voltage PVR and reverse current flow, the diode increases sharply. Most of the diode have breakdown voltage more than 50 volt. And last topic of the semiconductor, then the application of PN junction diode. First application is we have to start with the topic. Then the first most important application, that is a PN junction diode is used as a rectifier. Rectifier means a DC power supply. AC current to DC current will be is called as conversion of AC current to DC current is called a rectification. This is a PN junction diode is most important use for the rectifier. And the second use, it is used for the wave shaper in clipping circuit of radars, computers, radios. Next one, PN junction diode with some alternation are used in Zener diode voltage regulator. Next one, character diode of the TV and radio receiver is used as a tuner. Next one is photodiode in optical communication system are used in the PN junction diode. Also used in laser diode for optical communication. This is used for the PN junction diode. Next one is it is used in switch in digital logic design. It is used in detector circuit. It is used in clapping circuit in TV receiver. It is used in demodulator circuit. It is used in LED display panels. It is used in sensor of camera. As PN junction diode is reverse bias configuration, it is sensitive. It is used for the sensor in camera and electronic gadgets. And the next temperature sensor, voltage across PN junction has negative temperature coefficient, and this property is used for the temperature sensor. Next one, PN junction diode is used for the variable capacitor whose capacitance can be changed by varying the reverse bias potential, and photodiode acts like a transducer, converting light energy into electrical energy. This is a most important chapter. And then some MCQ of this chapter. First MCQ is energy gap between valence band and conduction band in electron hole is 0. Energy gap between insulator is nearly equal to the 6 electron volt. When pure semiconductor is heated, its resistance will be decreases. In p-type semiconductor, position of Fermi level is nearly valence band. When pentavalent impurity is added in pure semiconductor, that is a PN-type semiconductor. Next one, a trivalent impurity has dash dash valence electrons, that is a 3 valence electrons. In addition of trivalent impurity, a semiconductor creates many holes. A hole in semiconductor is defined as the incomplete part of electron pair bond. Identify the pentavalent impurity: phosphorus, antimony, boron, aluminum, copper, bismuth, gold, silver. In this option, then A option will be correct. That is a phosphorus and antimony. Identify the trivalent impurity. That is a boron and aluminum. Next one is addition of pentavalent impurity to semiconductor for creates many free electrons. In pentavalent impurity has 5 valence electron. In n-type semiconductor is dash dash charged particle, that is a negatively charged particle. In semiconductor, current conduction is due to the holes and free electrons. The battery of connection required to forward bias in PN junction diode is positive terminal to the P side and negative terminal to the N side. That is a PN forward bias PN junction diode. Thank you.